Hello everybody, Ian Robson, welcome back to an episode of Coffee with Ian. Yet another one in the office here. I have been looking at places though. I saw one place a while back for an apartment that was okay. Weird situation with the landlord, so it was like a weird where the top floor, which I would be in, paid for the hydro for the bottom floor, but then the landlord paid the gas. It was a weird scenario, so I decided against that one just because it was an odd arrangement, because it could cause problems basically, and that's never fun. Anyways, that's why we're still in the office here today. Probably will be for a little while yet, I imagine. So I did a little bit of playing on Gold Rush the game the last couple of days. It's pretty neat actually so far. I could see when I checked out the pre-alpha build, I could see the potential in the game, and now that it's fully released, I can see that it's kind of neat. Like, a lot of people have been checking it out. I know Landy Kid's been playing it. I think Mr. Moose played it a little bit too. I'm sure other people have played it as well. Maybe Dagger, and I have no idea. But yeah, it looks like a kind of a neat game, what you can get into in that. You can sink a lot of hours into that. Now, the one thing that was kind of interesting is that they recommend having 16 gigabytes of RAM. Now, I tried it. I only have 8 in my computer, and I tried it with just 8. It runs it, but usually it seems like it's the loading zones. Like, when you go from one zone to another zone, that's when you'll notice the difference in RAM, because they'll try to be buffering everything. It's like, I can't do everything, I can't do everything. It's like, danger, danger, and it's like, and your computer just, well, the game locks up. That's what I've discovered so far, at least. So in that scenario, but it's only happened, I think it's happened twice now. So if you only have 8 gigabytes of RAM, you could run it, but expect not a smooth running, not smooth gameplay. So I don't know, I'll have to look at getting some RAM in my new computer. Well, whenever that happens, maybe in November, we'll see. I don't know for sure, because in November that would be Black Friday. Actually, that's 3 weeks from now. Yeah. Oh, that's sooner than I thought. Oof. Jeez. Anyways, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about this. Computer's done me well so far, but I have that weird issue where I have to like restart my computer before it runs at like 100%. I don't know. It's really bizarre. I don't know why it does it. So maybe what I could do is just instead of buying a new video card, I don't know. Doesn't make sense. Why would you keep your old video card? Although it does work, seemingly works fine for most things. Although CSX Heavy Haul was the one game I didn't like very much, and Gold Rush, it just is a RAM issue, so I don't know. I'll have to get 16 gigabytes of RAM and get like a GTX 970 or something like that. Well, I guess the 1060s and 1070s are out now too. I have seen them on sale a little bit through NCIX, which is a company out west in Canada, and I have seen them on Newegg as well, but not necessarily a low price, so I have to keep an eye on which one I would want to get. Do a little bit more research. I haven't had a lot of time to do research on that kind of stuff, so that has been fortunate for me at least. So well, yeah, but Gold Rush looks pretty good so far. I like the way what they've done with it. Like what they've included. For the longest time, I couldn't figure out I'm like, do I need to buy a shovel? Because they had shovels in the shop you could buy. It looked like you could buy, but they were like, shovels to dig a hole when you're out in the wild, sort of thing, to go to the bathroom. But it turns out you had one on you the whole time. You just had to press like the brackets, what would that be called? I guess it would be on the comma and period sign on your keyboard, basically. What would that be? Greater than, less than signs, I guess would be the way I can think of it. So apparently that will cycle through your flashlight and your shovel and whatnot, which is kind of funny. So didn't know that before. I had to Google that one. I'm like, well, how on earth do you even do this? This makes no sense. Why is this so difficult? It wasn't that difficult. I just didn't know where to find it, basically, and that was the problem. Anyways, play a little bit of Farm Sim as well. Finally getting into the winter there. I don't know how many episodes we've done so far in the fall, but it seems like a lot. That's okay, because I've been enjoying it. Taking my time, going through all the different things. Admittedly, my single player probably won't change once the new DLC hits. But multiplayer server is switching over to the new map as soon as it's available on servers, basically. So there was an update the other day, so if you're on a server, update your game. So if you don't have it through Steam, make sure you update that, because if you don't update, you won't be able to get onto a server, so keep that in mind. And if you have it through Steam, it'll automatically update, but if you don't have it through Steam and you have it through Giants itself, you need to manually update, so keep that in mind. Yeah, that's been that, really. What else have I done lately? So I got this kind of funky thing for my car actually. It's called an FM transmitter. Basically all it does is it transmits an FM signal to your radio so you can pick up stuff that are transmitted, that are connected to this device. So for example, I have an older car that doesn't have Bluetooth in it, for example. And because it doesn't have Bluetooth in it, I can't connect my phone to listen to music from my phone, which is a bit painful sometimes. Because like where I drive from one area to the other area, I can't get radio the whole way. Like one radio station, say. I have to cycle through radio stations, like let's say Q107 in Toronto or 1015 in Peterborough, stuff like that. I can't get any of those the whole trip basically, so it's kind of frustrating. So I got this thing, basically allows me to pick up a signal from within my car, and then I am able to listen to the radio basically, or I could listen to the radio on from my phone, or download a podcast, listen to that. So that has been pretty neat actually, been able to do that. So it makes my commute a little bit more interesting. 40 minutes of driving in the morning in the dark by yourself is not necessarily the most interesting way to spend your morning, but I don't know. In the morning, when I took the bus, I used to just do all my responding to the comments in the morning at that time, but of course you can't do that when you're driving, so no. Not unless you could do it audio. No, they don't have, I don't think Google or YouTube has figured that out, how to do like respond to comments automatically. That would be kind of neat. Like through voice commands, I mean. So let's say if I said to my phone, like, okay, read YouTube comments, and it would read the YouTube comment, and then it would say, do you want to reply to this comment? And I would say yes, and then respond to it. Like you respond to text with your phone, if you've ever done that before. So that would be kind of interesting. I wonder why that's not been done before. I think you can do tweets and stuff like that. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to do that for YouTube. Yeah, that would be interesting. Anyhow. What else have I been doing in terms of video games? Play a little bit more of the Hunter with a new map. I really like that new map. I posted a video of that the other day. A couple of people were like Z. I'm like, that's fine. It's not for everybody. And I realized that. I still enjoy the game regardless. That's how it works, right? Sometimes. So I know Mark Dupont, he really likes it a lot, so he's on the same boat as me, enjoying that game. So that's the reason why it is. I don't know. I enjoyed the game regardless. And actually, speaking of DLC, the New Mexico DLC for ATS is coming out next week. So today is November the 3rd, and the DLC will come out sometime next week. So that is you're looking at November 6th to November 10th. That's what you're looking at there. So somewhere in that neck of the woods will be the DLC. I don't know which date specifically, but it should be pretty good. I've seen some nice screenshots of it. It looks really nice. So I'm happy to hear it's finally being announced after the long-awaited wait, I guess. The long-awaited time to get to that spot. So anyways, yeah, I think it's it for me for today, folks. Until next time, enjoy the coffee.